We've made it past one of the most coveted collaborations to drop in 2025. That's right, the Air Jordan 4 Brick by Brick with Nigel Sylvester. That occurred officially across the board on March 14th, but that's not actually the most memorable thing that came from that, just in terms of any of the chaos. No, there was a super touching moment. I'm sure a lot of you saw it. So we had two elderly women walk in and pick up sneakers, okay? They picked up the Brick by Brick Air Jordan 4, and you could see the excitement on their faces in the videos and the photos, and they immediately put them on like straight to foot. They wasted absolutely zero time. And Nigel, I think, reposted that. He absolutely loved it. And there was also a post by Jason Maiden with Jordan Brand just speaking to the fact this is what it's all about in terms of sneaker culture, and it connects us all across different, races, sexes, classes, it doesn't matter. Sneakers can bring us together, the stories, the just connections that we all have. And it can be just with the shoe itself. And it can be just based on the fact you love the way it looks. It doesn't have to be any deeper than that. I'm not sure if these women actually knew the story of the Brick by Brick, but nonetheless, they were captivated. They came in, they got their shoes. So I absolutely loved it. And again, I sent it to friends and I'm just like, look at this. This is amazing. But if you scroll the comments, and we know what comes with scrolling the comments or anything on social media, but if you scroll the comments, I find it insane that it's not all positive. There were people actually in their feelings pretty salty saying, well, this is who I lost to, or feeling some kind of way because these women secured their pairs. And I know that people were speculating, was this even their shoe because this is a men's 10 and how can she wear a men's 10? I'm not even getting into that. But it's just the fact that people were feeling some kind of way in the comments about these individuals having the shoe over them. So it really is about, right, the whole buy what you like and sneakers are for everyone. They're for everyone as long as you have your pair, right? As if other people haven't taken L's when you've gotten W's. It just doesn't make sense. Like, the math wasn't mathing there for me. It was really unfortunate, at least personally, to see those comments there. And just go ahead and share your thoughts below. Like, what were your first thoughts when you saw this and you saw them excited? I mean, she's holding this shoe up in the air. I thought that was amazing energy. Like, that's what you want within sneakers, not the fighting that apparently occurred over the Air Jordan 9 Cool Gray. Can we act like we have some sense? Like, where is the decorum, people? Where is it? And let's just be clear, whenever fights break out, I'm pretty sure, right? This is at least how I feel. When fights break out at sneaker releases, it's not based on usually the shoe itself. It's usually based on words being exchanged, someone feeling disrespected for a number of reasons. It could be you tried to jump the line, you just tried to talk real reckless to someone, and you got the right one that day. You got the right one. Actually, you got a few right ones because he got jumped, unfortunately, in that video. And it's not what you want. This is not the energy I like, appreciate, or want associated with sneaker culture at all. Like, part of this, like I've said before, it is the reason that some people may not stand in lines because they just don't want to bother with any of that. And I don't blame you. Now, again, it probably wasn't over the exact shoe itself. It's usually over words being exchanged, but it's unfortunate for us to be able to, for us to see this on release day at all. This is like the third or fourth time maybe that we've already seen it this year. We're only 3 months in. We haven't even crossed like out of Q1 for 2025. So I absolutely want us to do better. I know the Cool Gray 9 was a shoe that flew, right? It flew on sneakers. It flew online. Even in stores, I don't think there were a ton of pairs sitting. So if you were able to secure your Cool Gray 9, please go ahead and comment below. Some of you were far more excited for that pair than you were for the Brick by Brick. Maybe that just didn't seem like a wearable sneaker for you at all. I totally get it and respect it. And you guys know over here at Talks with TJ, I want you to not only buy what you like, but buy what you'll wear. Which, let's get to that just a little side note. People had so much to say about sale laces for like the past 2 years. I'm a big fan. You guys know this. But people had so much to say about sale laces, but now all of a sudden y'all like sale laces? Y'all like them now? And okay, if you see the shirt real fast before we get out of here, I gotta go ahead and give flowers and love and show excitement for A'ja Wilson's pop-up. So she's on a pop-up tour. The A'ja Wilson tour continues. It was a book tour, okay? Best-selling author tour last summer heading into the new season. And this time, of course, it's for her signature sneaker releasing the A1. The debut color will be in the pink Aura, and that drops on May 8th at a price point of $110 in adult sizing. So she has a tour, a pop-up tour that will occur in 3 different locations. South Carolina, of course, the home state, and then Las Vegas, of course, where she plays for the Las Vegas Aces. And then finally, she will have it, I believe, in Tampa, Florida to close out. So the very first one kicked off this weekend. It was St. Patrick's Day weekend. She actually was in the parade, and that moment itself, like, loved it. Her in the green, it was really giving, but it was the pop-up for sure. So this occurred at a Foot Locker, and the lines were wild. Like, super long. People were in lines, I guess, for 3 and 4 hours, and you know what comes with that. You probably won't get a shoe. There's a big possibility you don't get a shoe if you are far down that line. You've been in that line for 3 hours or 4 hours or so. And some people certainly weren't able to get their shoe, but they said, you know what, I was still able to meet A'ja and maybe get a few items that were there still present for the pop-up itself, because they went all out. They thought of everything. Nike is putting so much behind this rollout for her, and I love it. It's exactly what she deserves. So not only was A'ja Wilson there to take pictures with the fans, but she rung up her very first sale. And if you read her book, or if you know her for book, Dear Black Girls, it really is about understanding what it means to be represented, right? If you can see her, you can be her. So for this young Black girl to be able to see A'ja Wilson, the top basketball player in the world, to have her signature sneaker sold, it will be sold in Foot Locker, it will be sold all over. For her to be able to see that, it lets her know what's possible. There are no limits that are placed on her. And A'ja was excited. This young girl is excited. And all over the moon for her. So with that being said, there were so many people posting pictures, and I'm just go ahead and I'll throw some things up here just so you guys can get a gist of the weekend. So we had people that, of course, they secured their pair, but then there were also extras. There were some extras in there. A is extras. So there were extras. You had the A logo, you had the keychain. I believe they had free tees for the actual pop-up itself. So it was like one with A'ja, with her actually holding the shoe, which, fun fact, I'm pretty sure that's like a background. It's a wallpaper on one of my phones. And then you also had, I believe, a special shirt. So it was like the A1 shirt with the pink and white ball. And then there was jewelry included. So she went all out. It was certainly something special for the fans. I love the fact that they got to meet her and actually take a picture. And then there appeared to be, I think there was like a camp for young girls. So they all had on their A1s. And just to see that, like, that image itself was amazing. So you have these young girls who secured their very first A'ja Wilson sneaker. They are learning from her, getting their fundamentals down and in place, because you really and truly need those. Like, I need the game to care about fundamentals more than ever before. And again, so excited. So clearly I don't have a pair, don't live in any of these areas. I will be just like you if you are going for them on May 8th. So once I have that sneaker in hand, of course, I'll go ahead and do a video, and more importantly, just let you guys see how I choose to rock it. And I think it's funny that some men are like, who on earth as a man would wear like a pink pair? It's like you guys have forgotten about the Aunt Pearl KD line, and that a lot of you were also wearing this, and it's always been a predominantly pink sneaker. So I'm not sure why we're being performative in that way. But again, I think this shoe will do extremely well. I love to see the excitement. I love to see people show up and show out for her, and they certainly did. Of course, it's in South Carolina, the 803's very own. So go ahead again and just comment your thoughts below on, I'm going to say, the young ladies that were happy to secure their pair, but then also if you are in the SC area and you secured your A1, go ahead and let me know your thoughts by having it in hand. And hopefully you caught my recent video, because there are going to be a lot of grails that are seeing a retro release. Maybe you didn't expect it, but maybe you probably got to get over that. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.